Alright everybody, my name is Tommy from the Gallery Backyard BBQ, and let's go live.
That one day a year, we all turn green for St. Patrick's Day. Well, today at the Gallery Backyard BBQ, that day has come. We're gonna take a corned beef, the same quality that you would get in your local supermarket. It's the flat, it's 4 pounds. We're gonna smoke it at 250. We also got some untraditional cabbage. We're gonna barbecue it. Stay tuned for that, along with some potatoes and carrot. It's a happy St. Patrick's Day barbecue from my pit to your pit. This is gonna be good.
Alrighty, listen, before we get started, let me remind you to please hit that subscribe button, ring that bell so you get all my future uploads, right? So you get all the notifications for my future uploads, right? So again, hit that subscribe, ring that bell, thumbs up, comment down below. It's very important to the channel, right? So listen, we got a grocery store purchased corned beef, right? You want to wash it, you want to get that solution off it for this cook, and you can season it any way you like. Be careful of your salt because they tend to lean on the salty side, right? I got some pickling spice, a little salt, some black pepper, some garlic powder, some onion. You know the deal, it's no big deal. You just want to make sure to wash it and pat it down, right? Wash it and pat it down, get your rub on, and that's that, right? And then just kind of let it sit while you attend to the grill. We are going to smoke this bad boy at 250. And we are going to take it up and through the stall. We will wrap it and take it right up into the 200 range. We are looking at about 11 to 12 hour cook. No big deal, easy peasy. A lot of fun, and the flavor is just out of this world, right? Of course, we got a 3-hour apple juice spritz, and I'm just checking underneath. I have a little mod under there, and just making sure that we are staying unburnt. She is cooking nice and easily. She is cooking mighty fine, right? She's cooking good. You always want to inspect. You want to make sure your rub is setting up nice, right? You don't want it to come off on your finger. So you want to make sure everything is looking good with the meat. Make sure there's no hot spots, right? Of course, we're at the 4-hour mark. Now listen, we're going to do another spritz, but at this time we're going to check the temperature, right? We're going to check the temperature. You want to take it up into the stall, right? Which is usually in the 160, 170 range. You'll pretty much know you're in a stall because the temperature won't move for about an hour or two, right? And as you can see, we are only in the 150. So right now what we're going to do is close it up, let it run, and let's go to our barbecue cabbage. Now listen, don't take this side dish lightly. This is really, really good stuff. You want to core your cabbage, right? Be careful. You don't want to pierce the bottom, right? So you want to go about 3/4 in. Get those outer leaves off and just kind of keep coring it, right? Again, just be careful. If you get it started, you can use a spoon to just get some of that flesh out, right? Just get some of that cabbage out. There you go, of course. That's no big deal. And basically what you want to do here, after you get it nice and cored, nice and circled like that, without piercing the bottom, you want to get yourself a fork and just kind of poke some holes in it, kind of shred up the bottom, just kind of loosen it up, right? You want to save those outer shells, and I'll show you why in only about 15-20 seconds. Now you want to flip it over opposite of the core, get a nice flat piece off so it can stand up. Again, just make sure you don't pierce the bottom. Get your favorite BBQ sauce. I'm using Sweet Baby Ray's, and fill it up about halfway, right? Of course. This is really good stuff. I'm going with some honey also. And I got a little garlic spice in there, right? You could use any spice or no spice. You could put a little butter. You could put anything in there that you feel will taste good, right? Next up, you want to do is get your outer shells, flip them upside down so they fit in there nicely. And we got our halved potatoes and carrots. No need to show you that. It's basic stuff. I'm going to get all this in a tin, make a little a spot for my star of the show, my barbecue cabbage, and I'll stick that in the center there, right? I'm going to cover this with a tin foil nice and tightly, right? For that, I'm going to put a little seasoning in there. Again, be careful of your salt. So we got a little salt, we got a little black pepper, we got a little garlic powder, and again, some pickling, a spice. That is your classic St. Patty's Day spice, classic corned beef slice, right? There you go. And now we'll head back to the corned beef and we'll get a temp check to see where we're at. And we should be pretty close to the stall, I would guess. And yeah, we're in the stall, of course. And from there, what you want to do is have some not parchment paper, some butcher paper, some pink butcher paper ready. I use 2 sheets because we're going to wrap up this puppy, right? What I'm going to do is just take a little, maybe a 1/4 cup of some beef stock, right? I'll put some beef stock. I don't think it really adds to the flavor. What it does though is it kind of steams the meat inside the paper, right? It gets that temperature going, right? So we'll wrap that up nice and tight. I'm going to do 2 sheets. Get that back on the grill, right? Of course. There you go. And also what we want to do now is we want to temperature probe it, right? Because we want to take it right up to approximately 200 degrees. And that'll get us to butter, right? Where it probes like butter, where you put that probe in and it just moves freely, right? We're at the 11-hour mark and we know we're close. So what we want to do here is we want to get our potatoes, cabbage, carrots in, because we know that's going to take about an hour, right? All right, so 1 hour out, we are just close to the 12-hour mark, and we are looking good. We are right about there, of course. And we'll also bump the grill up here, the smoker up, the pit up. We'll bump it up to 3 1/4, just to get us over that last kick. All right, get us into that 200 mark. And as you can see, no resistance on that. We are golden. We are ready to rock and roll. Now listen, we're going to get that wrapped in a towel. We'll get that in the oven and we'll put it in there to rest about an hour or 2. On a full pack of brisket, you know, you'll rest it for maybe 3 4 hours. If you have the time, on this flat, on this corned beef, an hour or 2 will do, right? Big deal. And that will settle all your juices, right? It'll still be nice and toasty, nice and warm when you pull it. And let's get our star of the show, that barbecue cabbage. This stuff is off the hook. This stuff is really, really good. Even if you decide to boil your corned beef this year, this St. Patty's Day, I would suggest sticking this in the oven or on the grill. This is really, really good stuff. Big hit, always a big hit. you still got that classic cabbage taste. Now you got that sweetness of that BBQ sauce with that honey. And this is a certified hit, and I guarantee it. We can do better than the same old, right? Year after year, and this certainly will do that. Everybody will love it. And if you do decide to do this a 12-hour cook with your grocery store bought corned beef, you will love it. You will definitely love it. It is better than the boiling, even though the boiling is quick. This is a little bit more work, but well worth it. This stuff will melt in your mouth. This is good stuff. Trust me. And of course, I'm just looking at that bottom to make sure there's no burn mark for that mod I did on the Pit Boss. I'll have more on that in the next video, and you could see this sucker just slices like, I mean, it's just no resistance at all. Look at the juices on the bottom. This is bona fide good stuff. Now that fat layer up there, well, you'll just trim that down, right, like you would any corned beef, but look at how moist this is. Trust me when I tell you this is money. You will love this. Wow. I mean, look at the juices on the bottom. So we're going to close out this video. I want to thank my subscribers for checking in. Please leave a thumbs up, a comment down below. If you're new here, please consider subscribing to my channel and ringing that bell so you get all my future uploads. All right, listen, I'm going to stick a link here for another Pit Boss cook and another link right here. You check those out, and I'll see you soon.